Learning for me is like probably 80% or more of my motivation, because if I can actually learn something, I can apply it long term. So like, for example, with Who Not How as an idea, when I first started writing Who Not How, I just had it myself and a single assistant. And I was probably in more of the identity of a writer. Whereas I wanted to kind of make the transition to being a bigger picture thinker. I wouldn't say I was looking to become an entrepreneur as far as an identity level, but I wanted to actually have that be a part of my skill set and knowledge, be good at that. And so, through the process of writing the book, I went from zero to like having six, employees and learning to basically get who's to handle most of the hows that were ultimately distracting me. And so I felt like it was a good learning curve for me to learn how to be a better leader, to being better with my time, to having more flow. And so for me, learning creates opportunities. And so I do things to learn because I know that I'll be able to be at a different level as a human being to create different outcomes. So I knew that in writing that book, I would learn how to be an entrepreneur, learn how to be better with my time. And honestly, if I hadn't learned how to do that, I wouldn't be able to do 4 books at a time right now. I'd still be doing 1 book at a time. But because of the principles I learned through writing that 1 book, not only now am I positioned differently among a pretty cool community, but I now have the skills to do more of what I really want to do, which is learn and write.
Wow.
But it's through the principle. I wouldn't be able to do 4 books right now if I wasn't applying Who Not How.
Well, it's interesting. 5 years ago, before I was writing under my own name, I had more of an agency and I was working with different people. And one of the clients, his business was around 1.5 million. This year, they're going to be doing 50 million. And
holy cow.
So it's just really growing really quickly.
That's a big jump.
Yeah. And I learned so much. So as part of the thing, writing it, I really had to go through all his material and just really try to, when you write something, I call it the explanation effect, that when you write something, you just learn at so much of a deeper level. You have accountability behind it. So it's really interesting that I think
that's one of the things I love most about writing is it forces you to be able to explain it. And if I think Einstein said, if you can't explain something, you don't know it. And so I think part of really deep learning and journaling, hashing, and then turning it into something that's comprehensible to someone else. And I think part of that's editing. I think it's not all just you in your head getting it right, but it's like you going back and forth with an editor, you learning how to explain it to other people. It forces you to know something deeper than maybe, to me, that's why I really enjoy writing, is because it actually forces you to be able to teach it to other people and explain it so that you actually know what you're saying.